What's it mean for two figures to be congruent? All right, I know you might hear congruent, same size, same shape. Yep, that's great, perfect. I need a little bit more today. Two figures are congruent. You're going to hear a term that we use during our parallel line unit, corresponding. Remember corresponding? Those were the angles that matched right up. And I'm going to use that term corresponding with sides and with angles. So I have two polygons up there. They both have four sides. What I need you to do is take the one on the left and put it right on top of the one on the right. And I'm going to ask you what sides match up first. All right, I'm going to go around the room to four people, and I want to know what sides match up. Don't just slide it over to the right. Actually match it up to the sides it should correspond with. Okay, so you might have to flip it over. And I want to know what sides correspond. What sides would match up. All right, so give me two sides right now. And we'll write it underneath here. Give me two sides that are going to match up first. Two sides. All right, I'll give you a minute here to think. Put them right on top of each other. What sides correspond? All right, our first two sides you want to give me here. Ariella, what do you got back there? CB and XW, yes. So side CB, side XW. Good. Now notice I left a blank in, but I left a little space in between there. Look at what was given to us. Those two figures are, what's it say in the givens? Those two are congruent to each other. So if they're congruent, the sides RL just gave us are also congruent. All right, if two figures are congruent, any sides, which we're doing right now, or any angles, which we'll do in a second, are all congruent to each other. Give me another pair that correspond. Another pair. We're doing a nice job. Carmela, what do you have here? I like it. DA matches up, corresponds with YZ. They're also congruent because the figures were congruent. All right, anything you tell me that matches up will be congruent here. Keep it going. Another pair. No, another pair, please. AB corresponds with WZ, meaning just because they correspond and the figures are congruent, so are those sides. Perfect. And then finally, I'm not going to ask anybody here. It's process of elimination, right? What side am I missing right now? CB, we got it. AB or DA. We're missing DC, right? DC, and let's see. DC is going to match up with YX. And they will be congruent. All right, perfect. You guys, great job matching up the sides. Everyone okay why I'm saying they're congruent? Because the figures are congruent. Next up, how about angles? And just to make this go quick, can you just name it with one letter, please? Name the angles with one letter. Make this go quick. Here we go. What angles match up? Shoo, give me a pair. Lola, what do you got?
Angle Y.
Yep.
Angle Y and angle D.
I like it. Yeah, angle D and angle Y match up. Hey, same thing as the sides. Because the figures are congruent, so are those angles that Lola just gave us, D and Y. More. Keep feeding me here. Another pair that correspond. Shoo. Taylor, what's good?
Angle C and angle.
Got it. Angle C congruent to angle X. I like it. One more pair. And then I'll just do the other one here. All right, back to you where it started. You sure A matches up with W? Good. Angle A matches up with angle Z. Perfect. I'll do the last one, which is angle B will be congruent to the one it corresponds with. Let's see, B and W, right? Okay, don't turn it over yet. I got to let you in on a secret that I want you to use going forward. I don't know how many people I called on, but every time they gave me a side that matched up or an angle that matched up, I never looked at the diagram, but I knew they were right. And not because I've been doing this for so long, I've memorized the notes. I didn't even need the diagram to know that everybody was right with the sides or the angles that matched up. Want to know my secret? I didn't look at the diagram. Here's what I looked at. The given statement. How did I use the given statement to figure out if everyone was right or wrong with the sides? Watch, everyone ready? Who gave us this first pair? All right, was it you that gave us? Okay. When she said CB, everyone see where CB is in the statement? It's the second and the third letter, isn't it? And then she said it matched up with XW. Where's XW? Second and the third letter. When they write these statements, everything matches up as well. So when somebody told me D was congruent to Y, look where D is. Fourth letter. Where's Y? Fourth letter. All right. This is called, and I want you to make a note, please. This is called a congruent statement. It will always be written in the correct order where the sides and angles match up. Makes sense, sir? So even if you get, because I get it, it's tough for me to visualize flipping that darn thing over and matching up the sides and angles. So I always rely on the statement instead. Everyone see how the statement works. Whatever's in the first spot matches up with the first spot in the other one. Questions before we start crying? Any questions? Okay, why would we start crying? Not all of you. Welcome back. Welcome back. You had a nice 2 days off from it. There they are, statements, reasons again. All right, before we hit up Ed, before we hit up, actually, go ahead. If you want to mark your diagram, go ahead. I wrote the statements in already. Go ahead, mark your diagram with everything. All right, it's asking us to prove that these two triangles are congruent. So what is going to be, first let me talk about what's needed. What is needed for things to be congruent? Here's my answer. All the sides that match up need to be congruent, and all the angles. There's a lot. So all sides that match up need to be congruent, and all the angles that match up need to be congruent before we could say the triangles as a whole are congruent. So we need a lot of information. One more time. For two triangles to be congruent, all the sides that match up need to be congruent, and all the angles. Well, half of it's already done, because what do you already know? What's already congruent? What's already congruent in this diagram? All the what that match up? All the sides. So we're done. All the sides that match up are good. What I need your help with is getting all the angles that match up congruent. Okay? That's what I need your help with. You need to get all three pairs of angles congruent up there. Anybody see a pair that's already congruent? Or we can talk about one. Jack, what's already congruent?
B congruent to D.
B congruent to D. Why are they congruent?
Because they're both right angles.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to, I think it was up on the board on a pink sheet, Unit 2. If you have two right angles are already what, Jack? All right angles are? Congruent. All right, so there's my first pair. Doesn't matter that it's in your diagram. It's got to go in your statements. So now you can tell me angle B is congruent to angle D. All right angles congruent. That is something we have used already in Unit 2. All right, Jack got you one pair of angles. I need another. I need all three, though. One doesn't cut it. I need all three pairs of angles congruent to each other. So is it possible now to get another pair of angles in that diagram? I hope so. I hope so. This is where we got to be now. We are in Unit 4, late October. Name another pair of angles up here that have to be congruent. Warren, let's go.
Angles BCA and ECG.
Yep, don't say why. That's going to be one of your classmates' job. Here's what Warren is saying. Those angles are congruent. Yes. Yes. Angle BCA congruent to angle ECD. Ooh, boy. Are we here? Are we here? Warren gave us what type of angles up there? What type of angles did he give us, John Carlo? Vertical angles are congruent. Told you it was going to get a little tougher. Everyone all right on those first two pair? So that means we have one more pair. And they have to be angle A and angle E. And here's where I'll take over now. Nobody's going to tell me why A and E are congruent because we don't have anything yet. A couple of people, I forgot who, but I'm going to ask again. Don't worry, I don't need to know why. Noah, how many degrees in every triangle? 180. Everyone agrees? 180. Two of the angles are already congruent. Let's think about this. There's 180 in every triangle. Every triangle, 180. Two of the angles are already congruent. Real quick here, I don't need you to not write this down. That's 90 and 90. I'll make it easy on you guys. That's 10 and that's 10, right? Two pairs of angles that are congruent. Could you find the third pair right now? If I had you calculate it on your calculator, yeah, it would be what? 80 and 80. So if two are already congruent, what do you automatically know about the third pair? What do we automatically know about the third pair of angles if the first two are already congruent? They have to be congruent to each other. Yes. So because I already have two pairs of angles already congruent, that automatically in a triangle makes the third pair congruent. And there's a name to this theorem, and we're going to write it down officially here. This is called the third angles theorem. I know, pretty clever, huh? The third angles theorem. And it's at the bottom of your page there as well. Everybody see it at the bottom. We're not done with this proof. We're going to come back here in a second, but go down to the bottom so we can officially write it. In two triangles, if two pairs of angles are congruent, you want to finish it? In two triangles, if two pairs of angles are congruent, the third pair are congruent. Before we go back and finish this as a proof, I want to stress this. This is called the third angles theorem, not the third sides theorem. This does not work for sides. Okay, if two pairs of sides doesn't mean the third pair is. Go back up. We haven't finished the proof yet. Our last step in our proof should be what we're asked to prove, and it was not to prove A congruent to E, it was to prove the triangles. So everyone, checklist. Do I have all three pairs of angles congruent? Yes, check. Did you get me all three pairs of angles congruent? Check. So guess what I know about the triangles? They are congruent to each other. So here's how we're going to write this statement. Triangle. I'm going to let somebody name it any way you want here. Leo, name either of the triangles any way you want.
Triangle BAC.
BAC. Thank you for not being creative, or being creative. Thank you and not being original. So triangle BAC. Now, we cannot write the next triangle any way you want. Remember what we talked about with my secret here. The sides and the angles have to match up. So whatever matches up with angle B has to go first here. Whatever matched up with angle A has to go second there. You have to be particular about that because that's how I'm going to grade it. You have to make sure the sides and the angles match up when you write this statement at the end. You can name the first triangle any way you want, but the second one has to be named in a particular order. Let's see if I go BAC. Okay, I got the next one. If we name the first one BAC, Addie, what are we naming the next one with? DEC. Perfect. It's got to be named that way. And all we're going to write for now, tomorrow this will change, but for now, the reason why the triangles are congruent, definition of congruent, we're going to write polygons. All right, one doesn't make you great. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. One does not make you great. So let's do this again now. Get your diagram marked up. Ooh, there's a symbol in there. I'm interested to see how you're going to use that symbol on your diagram. Don't try to get ahead of me because you might be forgetting a step. How many of you are with me here? Perpendicular. Right angles on both sides, right? Yep, yep. Hopefully you're with me there and can do that without my help. All right, prove the triangle's congruent. So you guys know all three pairs of sides and all three pairs of angles. Let's start with the sides. How many pairs of sides are given congruent? How many pairs of sides? 2, right? So that means we need to figure out what the third side is, and there's no such thing as the third side theorem. Look where the third side is. So we can talk. Look where the third side is in each triangle. And you might notice something. I have 2 pair. Where is the third? Where is the third side in each triangle there? Describe where it is there. Connor, where's the third side?
It's line GM.
For both of them. Right? Everyone agrees. One triangle is GN, the other triangle is GN. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. For one triangle it was GN. For the other triangle it was GN. What do you know about GN and GN? They're both, it's congruent, right? It's the same thing. And what gives us the right to say it's equal to itself? Anybody remember that bad boy way back in the day? Thought I was going nuts. Taylor? Reflexive. There it is. Got it? Okay, so we can use, if a full side is shared, we can say it's congruent to itself by reflexive. All right, the sides are done. Good job. Sides are done. Now we got to lock on to the angles. I gave you 1 pair of angles, so that means we're on the hook for the other 2. We're on the hook for the other 2. Well, what did you mark in your diagram? When you read the givens, what everyone marked angle C congruent to D, so that's out. But what else did we mark in the diagram that are our angles here? Where am I going there? Cadence, what else did we mark?
Angle GNC and angle GND are right angle.
Okay, and we know right angles are congruent. Wait a second, though. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We are going to write this, but we got to write something before it. If all right angles are congruent, you need right angles to be congruent. Not in your diagram. I need right angles in the statements. So that is where we got to start this one. Don't tell me they're congruent. Tell me where they are. So I need somebody else here. Name, actually, Cadence, you just did it. So can you do it again for me? Where are the right angles? Angle GNC, and the other one? GND, thank you. Are right angles. If anybody is asking, why didn't you have us do this in the last proof? Because that was given in the last proof. That's why I didn't have you write it. If you're going to tell me they're congruent, they have to be written in your statements first. Why did everyone put the boxes there? Why? Why did we put the boxes there? How do we know they're right angles? What told us that? Lola?
There are the 2 boxes in the...
Yeah, I know, but what led you to put them there? What in the given said you better...
It says that they're parallel. Or the 2...
Parallel?
Lines are parallel.
Parallel?
Or perpendicular.
Perpendicular. Perpendicular lines form right angles. Some of you guys may use definition of perpendicular lines. That's fine too, remember. All right? This is what I always write. Now that you told me, now tell me they're congruent. It's a 2-step process every time with right angles. Tell me they're right angles, and then the very next step, you can tell me they're congruent. And why are they congruent? Lola, back to you. Finish this off. Why are those two congruent? What are they?
Or
GNC and GND. Why are these two angles congruent?
because they equal 180. Or wait,
What did we just call them in the previous step? Both angles are what type of angles?
right angle.
And if they're right angles, all right angles are, there we go. How many angles have we taken care of so far? There's 3 total, but how many have we just taken care of so far here? Addie, how many have we taken care of? 2, correct? There's 2. So that, hey, we're dealing with triangles. Addie just said you took care of 2. Guess what also is taken care of? The third now. If you take care of 2, the third are automatically congruent. What are the other pair of angles we have not spoken about that are congruent? Lola, you're just popular today. Name the other pair of angles that are congruent that we have not written down yet. We already got the right angles. We already got angles C and D. What's the other pair?
Angle CGN.
Okay, hold on. I got to write this down. Angle CGN has to be congruent too.
Angle DGN.
DGN, good. The other 2 were, which means this pair must be. Because of, what did I introduce to you today here? Addie, going back and forth, you and Lola, dual time.
The third angle step.
Got it. There it is. Oh, we're not done yet, though. We're not done, right? We still got to write the triangles are congruent, and you're welcome because you don't have to worry about putting it in a correct order. It's written up there for you already. Just copy it. Okay, we don't have to worry about the order this time. It's already there. And as I write this down, I know there's usually a common question among students here. When you write the angles, do you have to put them in order? No. The only thing that's got to be in corresponding order is your last triangle statement. Okay, I don't care if the angles are in any order, correct order or not. And this is definition of congruent polygons. All right, hey, you're going to have to work to get those angles and sides now. Questions? We got one more and then you're on your own. All right, this one's a quick one. It's not a proof at all. I just want you to write the correct congruent statement for these 2 triangles. Meaning triangle so-and-so congruent to triangle so-and-so written in the correct order. Okay, so I've shown you what sides and angles are congruent. Quick question. Let's see if I taught you anything. Do I need to mark H and R congruent with arc marks? Did I need to tell you that? No, you already know they're congruent by what? Third angles theorem. All right, so that's why if you don't see arc marks there, they're automatically congruent because of the third angles theorem. All right, name the first triangle any way you want. Let's start this off here. Where am I going there? Alex, name the first triangle any way you want. FDH it is. All right, so if we go FDH, I got to name the second triangle specifically. Can't name it anything I want. Make sure F matches up what it corresponds with, D and H as well. So if we call that first triangle FDH, what are we looking at for the second one there? All right, finish it, Alex. You started it. PZR. All right. Look, hey, if they give you that statement in the homework tonight, hey, use it. You know what sides and angles automatically correspond to each other. Questions? All right, here we go.